Jamaica, a leopard never changes spot, you know. No care how the leopard have a newborn pitney, the pitney come out with spotty. A leopard never changes her spot. Once bitten, you are now twice as shy to act. And whilst they would have caught him then and kick him out of the cabinet, you were once bitten by the same member in your cabinet. So this time around, Prime Minister, you shouldn't just give in to Andrew Wheatley so easily because you were once beaten before by him, the same member. So what could have propelled you, Prime Minister Holness? Huh? This is very shameful, you know. This is an absolute shame and disgrace and an all-time low for the governance of this country. Huh? When I look and see what the Integrity Commission would have found, Andrew Wheatley purchased a property uptown for $9 million back then. And it seems as though he didn't have the money to develop that land after he would have purchased it uptown. So what he did was to forge a relationship with one of his accomplices. This is what the Integrity Commission report is saying, you know. That a developer was brought in. And you see the little piece of land went by for the $9 million uptown. This developer was brought in and the developer cut up the land and put 20 blouse and skirt apartment on it. I was stabbed. Look here now. Look here now. Look here. Them I know had no shame in the Labour Party. Eh?
Embarrassing.
Them I know had no shame.
He needs some milk.
And I hear the nasty, dirty, worthless, good for nothing Labour rights them come and have the audacity for you call up me good leader Mark Jefferson Golden name in their mouth. But if Andrew Wheatley must resign, Mark Golden must make Dennis Gordon resign and remove him from his shadow spokesperson. Dirty Labour rights. Let me tell you something. We are on one of the same thing. Yeah? The moment the PNP realized said Dennis Gordon name call up on the Fubble Double Jack Den saga, look good and see Fimi good leader and strip him from the PAC. He not only just stop this, so he strip him completely and take away the shadow spokesperson from Dennis Gordon. So what we talk about? We are not the same thing. Mark Golden cannot tell Dennis Gordon to resign as member of parliament because I know Mark Golden put him there. The people of East Central St. Andrew put him there. Just like how done Labour right, we never did ask for Andrew Wheatley resign as MP. We asked that he must be removed and resign from the nation's cabinet. How do you know? How do you know? We are not the same thing. $9 million. Thank you, Brad. And Brad is reminding us this morning that those properties in Kirkland Heights are often sold in US currencies. And Andrew Wheatley, yes, would have bought a piece of land up in Kirkland Heights for $9 million. And for whatever reason, it seems as though he didn't have the capital to develop the land. Or maybe them have the capital, you know, but because they are politicians and politicians are not supposed to be doing these kind of illicit activities. So he would have learned. And when I look and see how things are shaping out, you know, it looked like all of them would have learned and read from the same playbook. They all would have learned and read from the same playbook. Because you cannot tell me, that you purchase a piece of land for $9 million. And this is what is in the report, After he would have purchased the land for $9 million, he would have brought in a developer. And what that developer did was to cut up the same piece of land and build 20 housing development on that parcel of land. In return, Jamaica, the Member of Parliament received 6 of those apartments as a gift. And to make it worse, he failed to put the 6 apartments within the Integrity Commission's report. How convenient. How convenient is that? And then they have the audacity to come and tell us that them have champagne and Dabdoob. Let me tell you something. Lawyers will do whatever and jump on a case to make whatever money they want. And if you guys notice the trend within the Jamaica Labour Party, every single time a report is tabled in the parliament and it shows that the Jamaica Labour Party is complicit for illicit enrichment, you notice that they all drag the matter to court. Starting with the Prime Minister. That is the reason why the Prime Minister today, 5 years later, cannot be certified, Because based on the findings from the report concerning the Prime Minister, he is well on his way to be charged with illicit enrichment. So right there and then we know that Andrew Holness is the first one of the 8. Remember back then the IC came out and said that 8 parliamentarians are under investigation for illicit enrichment. In addition, Jamaica, so that is the first, the Prime Minister. The second one, remember that the member for South Trelawney, Marissa Dalrymple, she too was caught into illicit activities where she forget to put $1 million vehicles and assets within the Integrity Commission report. She would have set down her sister and other family member name to receive government benefits. You can bring in vehicle pan concession, you can bring in this without paying any custom duties. Remember that you are the MP, you are the one that should be getting these freeway. But you refer your sister and your family if you go down there to get, and we all get it. We all understand. But you are not a common Jamaican. You are a public servant. You are the ones that are making the laws to govern you and I. So how is it that the same laws that you as a legislator is there, you are break the same law and you expect nothing to come of it? And so we were not surprised, Jamaica, that Marissa Dalrymple brought the Integrity Commission to court to challenge. And what happened? Marissa Dalrymple in the court pled guilty. The same thing can be said to the former deceased, one name, God bless his soul, Leslie Campbell. Remember Leslie Campbell also, his matter, he referred his matter to the court. And what did Leslie Campbell do? After him talks, I am not guilty, me innocent. He took the matter to court and then eventually plead guilty in court. So that is the third of the 8. And now we have Andrew Wheatley. And he's signaling that he's going to take the matter to court and have 3 top lawyers on the case. in town and out of town, but knowing no better than in town. Right, yes, up on the Drebrian program. And when you look and you see Leslie Campbell, say he's innocent, and we're not speaking on the dead now. He would have been laid to rest 2 weeks ago. But we have to let people know what is happening. And how could we forget the member for Southwest St. Anne, my member of parliament, the Honorable Xavier Mean? Remember Xavier Mean, his matter is now before the courts, you know. It is a pattern, you know. Every single time the Integrity Commission come to a conclusion and find them guilty of whatever reason, them drag the matter to court. But so too was Dalrymple and Leslie Campbell. I am equally sure the outcome will be for Andrew Wheatley and Xavier Mean. So of the 8 illicit members that the IC referred to back then, is 4 call up already, you know. Remember, Jamaica, that the Prime Minister have his matter before the court. And when you look, even when the Prime Minister would have brought his friend Dennis Chung to head the FID, because the IC said that they have reasonable doubt that what the Prime Minister did were financial crimes. How can the Prime Minister told the Integrity Commission that he was not making any money in several of his businesses? But Estate Bridge and Green Emerald and Positive Solutions Jamaica, that he, the Prime Minister, declared wasn't making any money. The Integrity Commission shows accounts belonging to these entities were transferring monies and offering loans to other entities. So if you are going to file that your business is not making any money, so you cannot pay your taxes for that year, how can the same business be issuing out $20 million loan? So that is the discrepancies, and that is a financial crime. Hence the reason why the Integrity Commission refer Andrew Holness to the FID. He cannot explain the movements of millions between various bank accounts belonging to him, Andrew Holness. In addition, the matter was also referred to the TAJ. How can the Prime Minister say that he's unable to pay taxes for these businesses? Yeah? But these businesses are making big payout loans to other entities belonging to him. That is a matter for the TAJ to look into. So even when Andrew Holness put in friend Dennis Chung to overlook the charges and financial crimes, he can't run away from what the TAJ have on him. So it's 2 state agencies have Andrew in a state of bother, you know. The FID and the TAJ. And I must commend the Integrity Commission for a brilliant job. And for 5 years, the Prime Minister is in a predicament. Cannot be certified. So you don't need no doubt to say Andrew Holness is one of the illicit members. And now we have Andrew Wheatley. And to me, it seems as though this is a playbook. This is a playbook written and authored by Andrew Holness, and he would have handed the same playbook to several of his members in his cabinet. Because when you look at the pattern, Andrew Holness set up dumb companies in his name and put address on paper, and when the Integrity Commission go at the address when give, is a total different establishment. You know, remember Jamaica, when tell we say Estate Bridge is located and Green Emerald and Positive Media Solution in a theme constituency, when you no go round there and Mr. China sell phone card and chicken back. I wonder if you not hear me. Me say, when the Prime Minister give the Integrity Commission his information. And when they look on the address and to go there to go question who is operating Green Emerald and Estate Bridge and Positive Media Solution, when they go round there and Mr. Chin having wholesale sell chicken back and phone card. And when you look on the pattern that the Prime Minister set, creating fake companies and shell companies to wash and rinse monies, when you look, it is the same playbook that this one up on the screen Andrew Wheatley would have followed, because Andrew Wheatley would have purchased the land up at Kirkland Heights for $9 million, right? And because we know as a politician you're not supposed to be engaging in certain activities, what he did was to consult a friend of his as a developer. Yeah, and that developer go on the land where he purchased, and cut up the land and build 20 blouse and skirt house on the land, 20 apartment, Christ Redeemer and friend. And what the developer did, out of the 20 apartments when built by Andrew Wheatley land, the developer in return granted 6 of the apartments to Andrew Wheatley as a gift. Because when the Integrity Commissioner questioned him about the 20 apartments on the Kirkland Heights land, you hear one tell the Integrity Commission, this was given to me as a gift. So okay, we all receive gifts. Where are the receipts to show us the handover of these 6 apartments to you? Because you know, as a politician, you have to do your checks and balance, because as a public servant, you know, say a year time we are going to question you. So kindly point us to your bill or your receipt to say that you are the owner and how much did you know, them little checks and balance, and can't show them no farmer receipt. All him going to say is that he received it as a gift, and the individual, the developer who he brought in to develop the lots and put 20 apartments on the lot, he is nowhere to be found. They say they don't know if they deport him, they don't know if he's dead, they don't know nothing about this developer. Classic Andrew Michael Holness strategy, you know. Putting dummy people to make it seems like what he's doing is legitimate. This is an all-time low, you know. And for a man, how you lucky so if you want next man give you 6 apartment? Mine, you know, Andrew Wheatley. Mine, you know. Andrew.
Drebrian is easier, man. Drebrian say, oh, you're so lucky. Mighty God, we need a divine intervention. We're tired of the labor right. I want to go on and say with me speaker, man. We're tired of the green people, them. What is actually happening? Look like somebody called him, you know. Look like somebody called Drebrian. I want to go on this, sir. See what I go on. Thank you guys for coming, ladies and gentlemen. Please hit the like button. Share the live. Don't keep it to yourself. I don't know what I go on. Oh, see, come back.
It's bad. Jamaica, this is... Make us see if I can find the proof, because I don't like to put... Here, look, make us find the proof. Give me a second, the people, because we're not going anywhere. We're the class 9.
Like and share up the live, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Like and share up the live, my side. Drebrian is easier, man. Drebrian say, man, you know Mr. Wheatley. Yo, Jaja. But them people, hey, Jamaica no one real place here, man. Jamaica is not a real place. I'm telling you. Unbelievable. When you look at
People, sorry about that. Here it is, here it is. The church council calls on Wheatley to step aside amid Integrity Commission findings.
Mighty God. What?
And when I see this
Church under
Jamaica,
pressure.
it tells you the power of our bloggers, because I recall PDTV, Andre Stevens calling on the church. Why is the church so quiet?
Yeah.
And equally, I heard the perspective. Perry Cummings would have uttered the same thing. What happened to our churches? Is it that because the Prime Minister would have given the church so much millions, is it that the reason why they are quiet? Well, it seems as though some of the church are standing on the right side this afternoon.
Pressure, man. Pressure.
Yes.
Pressure.
Here we have the church council calling on Wheatley to step aside amid the Integrity Commission's findings. Jamaica, this is serious. And we await a response from the Jamaica Labour Party. We await the next move of the Prime Minister, because we cannot continue like this as a country. We cannot continue like this as a country. At some point in time, integrity should matter.
Yes, man.
You are an elected public servant.
That's right.
You cannot be sitting in parliament and make laws to govern us, the people, and the same law you put in place to govern us. You are breaking those laws, and you are still there. No Prime Minister, it no look good. No, nobody now be force your hand to act. And your Holness. You nobody now have to tell you or ask you twice. This thing took place since when? Tuesday? It's now Friday. And instead the Prime Minister come out and speak to the nation. You have the accused out here on a rant talking about he's innocent. Huh? You hear the government doing comparison, asking for the PNP to remove Dennis Gordon as our shadow spokesperson. We have done that months ago. We are not the same thing, Labour, right? The leader of the opposition, Mark Jefferson Golding, would have removed Dennis Gordon. Dennis Gordon was sitting on the PAC. Mark Golding removed him. Mark Golding have Dennis Gordon as one of our spokespersons on one of the various ministries. Mark Golding took away the portfolio from him as shadow spokesperson. Dennis Gordon is just a member of parliament because he was elected by the people. He wasn't elected by Mark Golding, and so we cannot remove Dennis Gordon. So what the opposition is asking is that the Prime Minister must remove Andrew Wheatley from out of the cabinet. He's unfit and he's unproper. He's not fit and proper to sit in the nation cabinet and make no form of decision when he is culpable. What is happening here? What is happening here, Jamaica? Shameless. Shameless. Well, Jamaica, I think I would have ventilated this matter more than enough, because we have some more pressing matters to discuss within the next hour. And that has to do with the 10,000 third-party nationals that Audrey Mark would have referred will be coming here within the next 2 years. And we have some findings where that is concerned. But just before we go there, that is a tea play. We are awaiting the Prime Minister to act. It has been 3 days now, and I don't think this is the message that the government of Jamaica want to convey locally and in our region and also internationally. That is not okay as a government.
Like up the video.
It has been 3 days.
Share the video.
And the Prime Minister is dancing around this individual.
Like and share the video, guys.
And we understand it.
Please, thank you.
The Prime Minister is human. And anyway, Andrew, there today, we know him feel away.
Pressure bus pipe.
Because you cannot tell me. He got to be the Prime Minister was not aware. Because Andrew Wheatley could never be so presumptuous to lie to the face. I beg, I am not putting it past the labor rights.
Mighty God.
I shouldn't even say that. I take that back.
Yes.
Because that is the hallmark of the Labour Party.
That's right.
To lie to the face of Jamaicans.
Right in front of you.
And smile in your face.
Yeah, man.
They will look you in your eye and tell you a bold lie. And while they're doing it, they are smiling.
Yes, man.
Yes.
Cold-blooded. Reptilian.
But I don't believe that Andrew Wheatley knew he was under investigation and refused to tell the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister not so dumb. If he knows a man under investigation for illicit enrichment and put him back in his cabinet for a second time.
Oh God, man.
What kind of message are we sending to our young people?
Come on now, talk to him.
Huh?
Talk to him.
What kind of message are we sending to the people of this country?
Preach, Drebrian, preach.
The other leaders in the region supposed to look at Andrew Holness as a yard boy.
Real jellyback.
Andrew is running a patty shop.
Garbage bin.
And this is very shameful to know that a government could have brought down the governance of a country where so many of our brothers and sister islands look up to. Every single Jamaican this morning should be walking around with them head hanging low.
Of course. Every patriotic Jamaican.
It's a dark day in this country.
Darkest day.
And where this government has brought governance an all-time low.
Yes, that's a fact.
Can you imagine? Thank you, Tara. Can you imagine Jamaica? No wonder Chopper Media is coming out. No wonder Chopper John is coming out and speaking that the Prime Minister needs to act. He's tired of the disgrace surrounding his party.
My God.
He is tired of this disgrace within the party that he supports.
Yes. Tired.
So if you miss it, Jamaica, let me play it once again. Chopper John of the Labour Party condemning Andrew Wheatley and asking the Prime Minister to act.
Yes.
And when we return from this revelation, we head on over to Northeast Manchester, where the member, Audrey Marks, has found herself in yet again another disgrace. Listen to Chopper John Media expressing his disgust to the Jamaica Labour Party, a party that he supports.
Yes. Talk to it.
And I know my Prime Minister is a smart man, yeah? You have to realize the climate and the environment in which you exist today. And if it is that we're going to ask Dr. Wheatley to step aside, then it means that we'd have to ask the Prime Minister to step aside too.
Oh, I never want to say that. Hold on. I never want to say that, but I'm happy that you have said it.
There are some things that you just have to be pointed out.
When you say that again, just say that again for me, Jobs, because people who are asking for this need to understand that there are similar cases here, huh?
You hear them as something in Jamaica? Chopper John of the Labour Party is asking that the Prime Minister needs to act. Huh? One more time again from the top, because this no real.
Absolutely. Any attempt. And I know my Prime Minister.
Alright, so people, I'm going to move the computer. I'm going to turn off the camera. I carry it to my regular place. See? So I'm going to turn off the camera. Alright. So when you just work with me here, give me a second, them I sign. I'll plug out them thing here. And then computer and the charger base and everything. Yeah. Un momento, por favor. Un momento. Por favor. Almost there. Now I'm gonna move the computer. Right outside there, so. Alright. Almost there, guys. Plug in back them two something here. So we can hear the audio. Yes, Bluetooth. Bluetooth. So we're not connected. Don't put me on. We're not connected. What is?
Jamaica,
Yes.
we soon come back. Stay with us.
This is another Crazy J.
Crazy J.
Hey Andrew, a full time for you go now.
Yes.
Jamaica people them not like you.
Yes.
Worst thing them can't trust you.
That's right.
Look how you sell out the Cuban
Yes.
and accept American.
Yes.
How you know say them not like we.
Yes.
Half a morning them a fight we.
Yes.
Andrew, look what you do now.
My God.
I worship you, make come down.
My God.
How you know we can fight?
Yes.
Andrew, you sell we out. Andrew, go fix up the road them. The hospital them, doctor. The whole of Jamaica fracture.
Yes.
From we get the Melissa.
Yes.
People asleep on that stage. Some asleep on floor. Andrew, you come from Jamaica.
Yes.
And you don't like the people.
My God.
You make the country a suffer now.
My God.
Andrew, you don't remember.
Yes.
When you say a Spanish town you from, they say your man and go.
My God.
Why you sell we
Thank you for stealing.
Bolo.
Thank you.
Oh my
Big up
God.
Crazy J every time.
No man.
The man with the talent behind
Mighty
his wonderful
God.
music.
Yes.
Every time. I agree with CP. What a week for the Labour Party. Ending tragically for the people of Jamaica, but not for the Jamaica Labour Party. Indeed. Yes.
My God.
Totally agree. It didn't just end tragically for the Jamaica Labour Party. The week ended tragically for the people of this country.
True, man.
Good governance is outside, out the door,
Yes.
when it comes on to this government.
Mighty God.
But anyhow, I'm going to use the next 20 minutes to speak on this matter concerning the Jamaica-US relation on the deportees. And then at about 20 minutes after 12, I'll open the phone lines. And then for the next 45 minutes, we wrap up at 1, when I will open the phone lines at 20 minutes after 12. So I'm asking anybody, gather around and to just saddle up yourself. At 12:20, we open the phone lines to take some calls. So I'm looking forward to that discussion. But Jamaica, the story of the government continue to shift and continue to change.
That's right.
Since Tuesday, when we were made aware of the 10,000 deportees that are slated to pass through the Jamaican borders. And the National Security Minister, Horace Chang, in terms of the handling of a private MOU with the United States, which is a secret document that is public. I'm going to repeat that again, This memorandum of understanding is a secret document, but yet still it is public. Huh? A secret document that is public, but cannot be tabled in our parliament.
What can go?
I wonder if you not hear what I said a while ago. I don't remember if it was Fitz Jackson or the member for East Westmoreland, Dr. Campbell, but one of the two asked whether or not this MOU can be tabled in Parliament, because I don't believe the Jamaica Labour Party. I do not believe this government.
No, I don't either.
Because every single hour of the day, they keep
lie.
shifting the goalposts and
Yes.
adding something where this 10,000 deportees is concerned. This minute Chang give a statement, the next minute Andrew says something otherwise, then 2 Tuesday hear Audrey Marks name a call, and here comes Dana Morris Dixon come and shift the goalpost even further. This is totally unacceptable in Jamaica. And it shows that this government. Smile again, Jamaica. Good afternoon, my darling. Smile is asking, why is nobody asking? Why in less than a year we changed 2 ambassadors? And who is our current US ambassador?
Yeah, big problem.
Very good observation, Smile.
Big problem.
Because Anthony Anderson was there as Jamaica's ambassador to Washington. And less than a year, he returned home. He is now the chairman for NARA and the CEO. So right now, Jamaica do not have an ambassador to Washington. We saw the United States send a lady. Her name is Kerry. And Kerry, she's off the mark to a bad start, because she said her aim coming to Jamaica is to get in between Jamaica and China. So we saw the Donald Trump pawns reaching near and far, and it will have implications for Jamaica. But that story with that ambassador to Jamaica from Washington is another day. I have to sit and sickle with Miss Audrey Marks for the remainder of the show. Because you cannot tell me that a secret document that is made public, but it cannot be tabled in our parliament. What kind of lies them I tell we? Is it because Jamaicans are finding out that something is totally off with this agreement. And what the government is telling the people of this country, maybe they are telling us what we need to hear, you know. But on paper, is a total different scenario. Hence the reason why they're finding it difficult to table the MOU. Because they know the Jamaican people will pick apart and find the stipulation that goes against what they were saying and tell us in that parliament.
Yes, that's true.
Jamaica, something is being withheld from the people.
Clearly.
Yes.
Clearly.
This Jamaica Labour Party gymnastic, them a play with the people, you know.
My God.
This government is playing on this US deal. It is nothing but a farce. They are not telling us the truth. First, the minister come tell us that it was a strict 30-day transit hub, you know. Yes, that is what they told us. Then we learn they can apply to stay permanent if they speak English. Now the minister says that these foreign the deported them are free to move around the island.
Make it make sense.
But the actual MOU is too special for Parliament to see. Now me want to ask you, Jamaica people, what make this Labour Party government continue to smile and chat and laugh in the face of these people called Jamaicans? Did them take the people of this country for complete idiots, you know? The minister is telling us what is in the MOU, the understanding, the agreement. But each time him say something, the evidence goes against what they were saying. We see them come out, come say, it's Audrey Marks pitch the idea. Because how they told us, they make it seems like at the United States, I send these people and we have to accept it, you know. But now, the United States, Washington is saying, no. The Jamaican government, yes, within the cabinet of the Jamaican government, came to Washington and they were the one that initiated this. We never tell Jamaica, so we are sending them no 10,000 national. It is Audrey Marks that made the reference. So each time the Jamaica Labour Party open their mouth to tell the people in this country something, it's like find themselves in a trap. So with that said, we no longer want to hear from Dana Dixon or Audrey Mark or Horace Chang or Andrew Holness. At this point in time, we need to see the MOU made public. Table it in Parliament so that the Jamaican people can read what we would have signed to. And to make matters worse, Dana Dixon, up to now you don't hear anything from the culprit, you know. Up to now you don't hear anything from Audrey Mark, the accused, who was accused, say, she go to Washington, go make this a stupid deal here. She not come out, come talk and say nothing, you know. So what they're doing now is damage control. So they send out the information minister to feed us more lies as information. So here comes Dana Morris Dixon. But the story keeps changing. And what Dana Dixon is saying is that Audrey Mark was involved in a bid to do what? To attract skilled workers to Jamaica, not deportee proposal. How dumb you take the people of Jamaica for? And when they're done, they want to accuse the bloggers of misinformation and disinformation and propaganda and lie. When all that they're accusing the bloggers of, the Jamaican government, in this case the Labour Party, they are the ones that continue to put out the misinformation and the propaganda and the disinformation and the lies. Huh? I'm going to show you one instance, Jamaica. Because since as they want to take with a fool, Dana Dixon can tell me this morning say, I never that Audrey Marks go foreign go do. She went up there to attract skilled workers to Jamaica. I want to know which skilled workers are left America and Canada and England come to Jamaica come work for minimum wage and little or nothing. Everybody knows say skilled workers. Canada and America want skilled workers like a wow. That is the reason why we go up the farm work program. That is the reason why every single year Jamaicans go up there to go work in the hotel program and all that. Because America need the skilled workers. So how is it that Dana Dixon go come and do damage control and I say, I never that Arjima go foreign go do, she go up there to go see if she can bring down some skilled workers. Which American or Canadian or English you know if I come to Jamaica come work for little or nothing? What make them people here so wicked and lie and bad and what wrong with them? Me say every single time them come out, come say something, them put their foot in it. At this time, you know, Jamaica, we not based on the rate of me sitting, we don't want to hear nothing more from the government. It's better than just table the MOU and make we read it for ourselves. Because every single time them come tell me why in the agreement is a total different scenario. It's a total different scenario. The MOU is too special for table in a parliament. So how do I tell me about it? Remember that the United States have to intervene, you know.
Emotional.
It is the United States. And we want to say thanks to the Gleaner, because had it not been for the Gleaner to do the little journalism and bring it to the public, we would have never known the extent of this MOU agreement. Because all along we thought that Jamaica would just be a transshipment hub for 30 days, because that was the initial story that the minister came out and said. First, the minister told us it was a strict 30-day transshipment hub, transit hub for these people. Then he told us that when they come, they can apply for permanent residency once they speak English. So every single day they keep on a leak something and a play upon the emotions of the people. Why not table the agreement so that we can read it for ourselves? Yes. Now the minister got tell me say these deportees are free to move around the island. But with all of that you said and mentioned to us, the actual MOU too special for table. Parliament can't see it.
No.
The Jamaica Labour Party, they are radically changing Jamaica's national security landscape to please Washington. Yes. Yet, they are treating the blueprint like an internal WhatsApp group chat. And that is what the Jamaica Labour Party is doing with this memorandum of understanding where they sign. They might treat it like one of their nasty, dirty WhatsApp group.
My God.
Huh? Horace Chang is acting as if he's an intermediate between Washington and the actual Minister of National Security.
Whoa.
Clueless on the memorandum of understanding that was signed. He is unable to answer the question put to him by the opposition. Only to realize Horace Chang was not the one that got to US to sign the MOU, you know. So how is it that is Horace Chang speak on the MOU and I never him go up to go sign it? Only no sister Horace Chang act like an intermediate. He was not the one that went to Washington to sign this MOU, you know. But yet still he's speaking on it. Totally clueless. Hence the reason one of the time me hear the speaker they ask who asks a question. Damian Crawford asks question. Dayton Campbell asks question. Fitz Jackson, Anthony Hilton, several members ask question. And out of the numerous questions put to him, he keep on ask what was the question. He cannot answer the questions.
My God.
Because he was not the one that lead the charge.
He needs some milk.
So now it is impossible for Horace Chang to speak on a matter. He is just a figurehead. Remember that Chang is under surveillance. He has no visa to travel to the United States. And that is the reason why Audrey Mark had to went to US and act.
Emotional damage.
But the work that Audrey Mark went up there to do has to do with security within the region. That is the job of Horace Chang. Why is it that our national security minister cannot travel nowhere, no time at all to the US to handle matters like these?
Crazy.
Why is it that his Audrey Mark have to go represent the prime minister? It's not the prime minister that should represent, it's Horace Chang. But because you cannot put Horace Chang name on paper concerning matters of the United States, Audrey Mark have to go there and act on the behalf of the prime minister. This is nothing but a disgrace, you know. This is nothing but a disgrace, Jamaica. An absolute disgrace. The devil wears Prada indeed. Audrey Mark once again is off the mark. And so the US Embassy diplomatic notes are leaking. And it name cabinet member Audrey Mark, member of parliament for Northeast Manchester, as the originator of the third country national proposal. Is she proposed it to the US? And Horace Chang can tell me say the United States I proposed them as something here. Washington had to came out and say, no, government. It's either you're going to speak the truth, table the agreement, or you're going to force the US to speak. Because if it's one thing, the United States is not going to use to hide no secret for nobody. They are not going to hold any secret for any country. What was the agreement, Audrey Mark? Could this be how she get the money to acquire back the paymaster? And even that is another story, because as a public servant, why is it that you want to be the owner and control paymaster? Is it because paymaster is going to be that entity responsible for the 10,000 deportees? Remember that when I said that the US government are going to pay for them stay?
Yes.
Could it be that paymaster will be the entity to handle the funds for these transactions? We don't know. But that is what this government strive on, speculations, and cause the country to speculate because they cannot come out clean and address matters like these.
Him on to something.
Huh?
Him on to something. He's on to something.
But could a minister propose this and approve it on her own?
Jamaica, he's on to something. I'm telling
you. Remember, US now keep no secret for nobody, you know.
Him on to something.
But Audrey, if you were willing to propose Jamaica receiving up to 10,000 nationals, what kind of assessment did you, Audrey Mark, conduct?
Yes.
On the cost, the housing, the security, the healthcare, and the social impact.
Yes.
Why was Parliament and the Jamaican public not informed before such a proposal was made? A copy of the note would help, you know, instead of only reporting about the note.
Yes, that's right.
Top front tell we why not the note and the agreement. Put it out there so we can read it for yourself, you know. Because yesterday, Horace Chang tell the Parliament that asking what Jamaica get out of the deal is irrelevant.
Yes, no, it's relevant. It's
but
very
today
relevant.
We find out.
It's very relevant.
Today we found out Jamaica. Because the Jamaica Labour Party literally begged the USA for this arrangement. Audrey Marks is the one that went to Washington, or I must say Miami. I don't know which part in America she went.
What
and offered up to 10,000 border deportees.
Embarrassing.
And now Chang is left trying to cover up her trail by hiding the MOU from the Parliament.
What a disgrace,
They are so desperate to please the right-wing Republican cousins in Washington. Yes, that they are actively manufacturing national security and legal risk for our country at your own taxpayers' expense.
Yes.
Absolute joke.
Yes. Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Now we see why Paymaster was returned to her, so as to receive money from US for the 10,000 deportee them. Classic labor right. And every king teeth, you know.
Sure.
And every king teeth laugh. Well, and they have a caller.
The tentative US
Jump up in the
ambassador.
box there. T-play. Let we get the ball rolling. Oh, me not see T-play in the box yet.
T-play. Shout out to T-play.
T me not see in the box.
Me see her though.
I don't know what is happening here, Jamaica, but send back the request, T. Let me try send.
Me not hear, but me see
Oh,
her
it's
face.
connecting now. Perfect.
Oh, our internet.
Good afternoon, T-play. What's up?
So what's up, guys? Jamaica politics
I want
hot.
to call T now.
Like and share up the live, guys. Like and share up the live. Thanks
Let me
in
know when you're
advance.
ready, T.
You
Okay,
hearing me?
loud and clear. Go ahead now.
Okay. What I was saying, Dre, is that we wanted to make sure we understood exactly how ridiculous. You hearing me still?
Yeah, man, go ahead.
You hearing me still?
Yeah, man, go ahead. We're hearing
Okay.
you.
All right. I was saying I want to make sure.
Oh yeah, our internet is crazy right now. Our internet is crazy. Yeah, her internet is all over the place, yo.
She's on a call, I guess. Somebody keep calling her until she's ready. Until she's ready. This is a classic labor strategy, you know. Yes, go ahead, Tara.
Gone again.
T, somebody keep calling you and calling you and calling you. Thank you, Paula. Big up yourself.
Oh, boy.
Until Tara is ready, let us continue. I don't understand, you know, because not every king teeth a laugh. Tara,
Yeah, I'm here. All right.
Okay.
I put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
go ahead.
Sorry about that, everybody. What I wanted to say is I wanted to point out how absolutely ridiculous the argument is that she was there to recruit skilled workers.
Yes.
Not just because it's America and we pay far less, and typically Americans don't go to other countries for skilled labor work. Even forget that basic argument, because it is true. But we want to look at the fact that she was at a conference, a security narco terrorism conference with other heads of state and the head of war for America, Pete Hegseth.
Yes.
How on earth are you going to recruit skilled workers and laborers at such a conference?
What
Make it make
can
sense.
go so?
That conference was specifically put together with 17 countries from the Caribbean and South America, focusing on, as I said, narco-terrorism, so drugs like fentanyl, border security, terrorism. Those are what they went to discuss over the 2 days. She also went there, not as in her role as what is she? Digital, whatever, and this and that, and innovation and whatever. She went in place of the Prime Minister of Jamaica.
True.
That is
In
funny,
his role
honey. That's
as
funny.
the Minister of Defense.
That is
True.
funny.
So what are you recruiting? What are you recruiting?
Yeah, they're lying.
It's
out.
not
They're
adding
lying.
up.
Narcotic agents?
They're lying.
DEA?
They're
What are you
absolutely lying.
recruiting?
100%
What skilled
lying.
labor are you recruiting?
Crazy.
And how? Because nobody there is a laborer. They're all either heads of state. Belize was there. Guyana was there.
Something is not right.
What are you recruiting? A new prime minister? What are you recruiting? It doesn't add up. She made the post herself to say, I am off to this conference on behalf of the prime minister. As Minister of Defense, I'll be representing him. Ba, ba, ba. Her picture come out. She's front and center with heads of state and Pete Hegseth.
True.
So who were you recruiting? What are you talking about? They keep twisting and turning their stories. Every 24 hours, them come with a new story. It's a brand new story. Every 24 hours is a brand new story.
It makes no sense. It's not adding up, because how can you go to a conference of this magnitude and talk so you're going there? Your reason for attending was to recruit. It now make no sense.
It doesn't make any sense. And what I think keeps happening with this current government is they keep insulting our intelligence, gaslighting us, and changing upon us every 5 seconds. And it's embarrassing. It's like they're saying, we know so we don't have enough sense, so we just going to tell you this, and whatever stick, we have a roll with that. If that not stick, we switch to that. If that not stick, we switch to the next thing. Just be honest, be open, be accountable. Yes, we went. Yes, this is what we were told, or this may have happened. Now that we've looked at the situation, let's rethink this. Whatever it is, or as so we feel, we're going to stick and stay upon this. This is what we think. This is what we believe is best for the country. And we're just going to follow it through. Just tell us, stop gaslighting us with these ridiculous stories every 5 minutes. Stop attacking the gleaner for bringing out the truth. Where's the line what the gleaner said? Oh, no, you can't tell us what the gleaner says a lie. You just a class the gleaner and a dragon pull them, and I said they're disgraced for it. For what? Where's the lie? You've now come out and say, yes, on a sign something. And the people come in here and them can roam free among us. Them not lock up. You tell us they're not prisoners, they're not deportees. You paid for them accommodation. Them are gonna hang out for as long as they want. If them feel like them love Jamaica and want to stay, them can apply to become citizens. So what are you talking about? I don't understand. Just be honest. Just be accountable. Just tell us the truth. Stop hemming and hawing and switching a story every 24 hours. That's my thing, Dre. Take me out to the box.
Thanks for clearing it out, T. Big up yourself every time. Boy, may I tell you, Jamaica, the phone lines are open. And don't forget, we're going up until 1 o'clock this afternoon. So if there is any lamentations that you wish to add, kindly send those requests now so we can have a further discussions. I'm seeing quite a bit of calls, so let me just jump and accept quickly. Just a second. Yes. Winsome and Ivan, Wagwan, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Yes, Dre.
Like and
Yes,
share
Dre.
the life for me, guys. Thank you.
Good morning for me. So at 10:30 where I am.
Still early.
Look here now, I want to ask one question. Them say them go for recruit skilled workers.
Yes.
Jamaica can pay American skilled workers?
I don't think so.
At $18,000 a week, him a go pay them?
How much money that? $100?
Me not understand. Or if you take skilled worker from America come to Jamaica. So let me ask you something now. The people them are working skick and them not talk like a criminal. Remember, I know them not talk like a criminal. Are good people. Working class people, and them are skilled worker, them are plumber and them are mechanic, and you know all the skills. Nurses and all of that. What are you going to do? Take the people that were used to them bully for money, American can them come here to come work and pay them?
Makes no sense in add up.
And that me want to know. And people really gullible enough to really listen to that from your ear. Them say skill work and that no make sense. Because our workers here are running to America for a better life. So you're going to finally live your good life and come here, so come work for nothing.
Nah, add up. Our skill workers are leaving to go there. Why they would want to leave? Me not get it. This is absolute nonsense.
Okay. So I better them never open them mouth and mention the word skill. Them should have said what them say and leave out skill out of it. Because they say there's no way that can be correct. That is not right. And but Marco Rubio come and say that he want to deport all the thief, them have all the rapists, all the you know what from over there to other countries, and he want people, other countries to liaison with him, forget them.
Not only that, Winsome, Rubio said that they are the most vile, nasty, despicable human beings, and he might get rid of them out of them country. So why Archie go up, they go propose them and take them?
Okay, because we are garbage. A Riverton dump. Jamaica is Riverton dump to collect all the garbage.
Yes, remember fast when go up, they go take all of the old redundant old bus them and carry them control up and he pity them in. Merca put down the rotten bus them and we take them up, carry them come down here. What wrong with them government officials?
Mighty God of Daniel. We have hospital. Don't look at the people that come. You don't know what sickness them come here. They will come in tuberculosis. You know them come in cholera. You're gonna bring them. Do you have an hospital? Which part? What them all live, Dre?
I just came in the live and I heard it.
No, me you want to know a hotel them all living. Remember them a get paid. Remember you know to show you all them people that want me take a stone and lick them in them face. You know. Look here, them take the people their money. And Chang say him can dissolve it when him feel like, and him can stop it when him feel like. Oh, it is a signed contract. What you gonna stop? You collected a money for a signed contract. You can't stop nothing.
True.
You will be breaching the contract.
You know what me feel, Winsome? I don't know if it really makes sense, but listen to my little chain of argument. I believe that the United States, remember them a first world country, so they have everything where they want and need. These people are getting so comfortable over there, wanting to deport. So what America did is find some little third world country like Jamaica when they're really used to the standard of living to send them. Because remember them in America, you know, and they would have gotten accustomed to the lifestyle now. So America realized that them a leash off of them and get too comfortable there. So what they want to do is to send them back to a third world country where they're used to. So now that's how they return back to a third world country now. They now go and stay there. So it's a transshipment them are set up. So Jamaica is in the game of human trafficking.
Very well. Thank you. I was going to say that. That is it. Human trafficking. That is what is going on. And within that scope.
Yeah, I got to say this, man. I asked those very same questions the first time I heard about this. I said, is this a new form of human trafficking? The same thing that they did they said the Cubans was doing? The irony of it all, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue. The irony of it all. Madness.
So it's a human trafficking ring of create.
Crazy, bro.
But I tell you, be yourself with some blessings every time. We're gonna take Yvonne and then Brad and Cookie in that order. Yvonne, you ready?
Yes, Jay. May I drive so me talk a little bit.
All right.
Don't be surprised if a them politician here I provide labor right politician them I provide housing to them people here. Don't be surprised. And Jay, skill workers, nobody now leave, as what she said, nobody now leave America. Where you work a week out here, it's a day over there for skill workers. more. You understand? So this is nonsense what she come out and I say no. This is nonsense, Jay. But me I tell you, Jay, you see, if Jamaica people now wake up, you see, if Jamaica, when you may pass through here one of them one night, I wish you name Kimio, I'm here, I me say, our mouth full of garbage, Jay. Me have to say, what happened to these people? All I wish you say, make no sense, Jay. But let me tell you, Jamaica people, let us continue to pray because there is nothing impossible for God to do. And all of these people feel like they're unstoppable because they have so much money. So they feel like they're unstoppable. So let us pray, go to God. Let us pray and fast, Jamaica people, so that we can get all these evildoers where we take taxpayer money and have the whole country suffer and take taxpayer money. And you saw what happened down at FLA, you saw them quiet, and now this come out again, and they might just sit down and they might just find all the excuse, and then find all the excuse, and they expect we as Jamaicans to go quiet and say nothing about it. But let us continue to fight. Let us continue to fight Jamaica, and let us continue to pray because God exposed them one by one. So that's it, Jay. Let us continue, Jay. Continue the good work, please, because we need you guys. We need the bloggers. We need all of Uno.
Thank you, Edward.
Without Uno, I don't know what would happen to Jamaica. Jamaica is going down. So Jay, continue. Comrades, continue. Regular Jamaica, Uno in a politics, Uno come and join the fight so that we can save Jamaica. So that we have Jamaica, we can live for our children, our grandchildren, and when we're ready to retire, we can live comfortable. Hospital system nice, road nice, water system nice. Let us come together and fight for your right. Thank you, Jay. Continue good work.
Well said, Yvonne. Well said. And just before I go to Brat, we're getting some breaking news, Jamaica. We're getting some breaking news. Cliff Hughes has just announced that the Prime Minister needs to make a call because what is happening now is a political bother. Let us listen to what Cliff Hughes have to say. Breaking news.
Fire him or ask him, direct him to resign. It's his call. It's a tough place to be in, but that is what the job comes with. And this is not to try whether or not there's merit in the Integrity Commission's findings. That will have to be decided in a court of law. And that's why he's lawyering up, muscling up to fight that. But there's a political problem now. How do you continue with him in the cabinet when he's facing criminal charges? The accepted convention and practice is you take away yourself, clear your name. I suspect that history and convention will prevail, and Wheatley will take away himself. Time for the break. The Holness has to make the call. Does he fire him or ask him, direct him to resign? It's his call. It's a tough place to be in, but that is what the job comes with. And this is not to try whether or not there's merit in the Integrity Commission's findings. That will have to be decided in a court of law. And that's why he's lawyering up, muscling up to fight that. But there's a political problem now. How do you continue with him in the cabinet when he's facing criminal charges?
Mom, they're on the live, yeah?
The accepted conventional practice is you take away yourself, clear your name. I suspect that history and convention will prevail. And Wheatley will take away himself. Time for the break.
Jamaica is getting hot. It's hot in the Friday afternoon.
Everybody can Wheatley for resign all nationwide.
What to say, Jamaica? Cliff Hughes. My God.
Dre, if I'm me and Andrew Wheatley, Andrew couldn't tell me if resign, can that go resign too. If I'm me and Andrew Wheatley, him couldn't talk to me, because him no better than me, worse than me.
Herein lies the problem.
That's why Cliff said Andrew is in a bother. But he comes with the territory and the job. Oh, Jesus. Brat, it's your time. And then we wrap up with Mrs. Escobar. Turn on the microphone, Brat.
Good afternoon. Afternoon, everyone. Interesting days ahead. But I agree with Auntie Winsome. Andrew needs to bundle himself with Wheatley. And both of them, they need to go like duplex.
My God.
Because both of them go hand in hand together.
Yes.
Corruption is the feeling between both of them, so they need to go. But let me say this. Horace Chang said something. Well, he said a lot of things, but I'm going to pick this one thing from what he said. He said, it has already been signed. The agreement has already been signed, but they are still working out some logistics to the agreement. I don't know of any, but I know if nothing can go so. How is it that you sign an agreement already, but afterwards you are still working out the logistics to such agreement? That in itself told me that Horace Chang is a pathological liar and a blue-faced, bare-faced one at that. He's a liar. He needs to table the report for all to see. He was asked if it was either the Senate or the Parliament that approved the MOU, because nobody knew about it. Nobody knew about it. And at this point, it doesn't matter what Audrey Marks is going to come out and say, Dana Morris Dixon, or even Horace Chang, because if shot come from sea and tell you, say, oh, they're deep, you better believe it. Mark Rubio said they are getting rid of. He called out all the names. I'm not going to repeat the names, but he called out the different types of persons. He said they are the worst of the worst kinds of human beings. They're like little children. They are volatiles. Volatile, he called that P name, that long P name. The one that Natalie stock photo come up under, that name, that long P name. He called that name as well. Now, why Audrey Marks? What is it that Jamaica people has done to this woman for her to go to the United States and say, okay, we are going to take those 10,000 criminals and you can dump them on the people of Jamaica. We will take them. The entire nation needs to boycott Paymaster. We did not trouble her. As Jamaicans, it is within our constitution. We are entitled to live safely in our country.
Yes.
RJ Marks, when she went to the US and said, all right, I'll take 10,000 of those criminals, the worst of the worst kind, according to Mark Rubio, we will take them. She put us in danger and we didn't trouble this woman. So we honestly need to boycott RJ Mark. This morning, she should not have a job. Woman, you are among the worst of the worst kind of human being. Jamaica is a paradise island. Why would you take those type of people to come and let go in the country on us? And to you, Horace Chang, the police wasn't doing the job quick enough. So between you, RJ Marks, and everybody else who is culpable to this plan, you're bringing in those 10,000 persons with the expectation that they are going to do the job quicker that the JCF is doing. Because that's the only assumption I can come to. Our kids won't be safe, women won't be safe. We better start by a farming tool and sharpen them.
1 o'clock, all over the world.
No, this are just straight Bangarang, but more have to add this to the people temple in terms of the chronological order of the fall of the kingdom of Holness. Do you guys realize? Do you guys realize that on June 22nd, Paul Buchanan will be in court about the election between Andrew and himself?
No, next week that.
Next week, 3 days from now. God not sleep. Remember me tell you that all the prophecies will come to pass. God is not sleeping, ladies and gentlemen. Watch God work. That's my time. Look at more.
Thank you, Bolo. Big up yourself. Short that spicy. Big up.
Love. Do you guys realize that on June 22nd, Paul Buchanan will be in court about the election between Andrew and himself?
Then no next week that.
Next week, 3 days from now.
Okay.
God not sleep. Remember me tell you that all the prophecies will come to pass. God is not sleeping, ladies and gentlemen. Watch God work. That's my time. Look at more.
Thank you, Bolo. Big up yourself. Short and spicy.
Yeah. One last thing, Dre. Remember now, say RJ Marks go over there in to the defense minister to work for the defense. I forgot the word. To work for the defense minister, you know. To go in place of the defense minister. That is what should go on to do what the defense minister would have done.
Yes.
Represent. She got to represent the defense. And Andrew, the defense minister, so him practically sign off on this, not she. Him only use her.
Thank you. Thank you. And to know that she's going to make the statement that she went there to recruit workers. That is also the job description of who? Not Charles, that is social and labor, social security minister. So that Minister Charles' responsibility to come make them the deals there, not Audrey. It is all a setup and a trap, and it is clear that they fall right within. Mrs. Escobar, take it away, your time, please.
You know, me not really set up on the local level. Me want to go in at the Caribbean. Yeah, man. So, Dre, me go put an argument forward, and me go show us that Jamaica is basically a traitor. All of those countries that you see went to that meeting right there with those military people, and then them come and sell the Jamaican people them a story to say that our workers them go seek. Okay, we no go seek workers. But me want to go over in the Caribbean, and I want to take you to a place called Cuba. Cuba of all countries them not really friendly, Dre, when it come on to deportees. Much less to transfer or aid anybody to transfer deportees to them country. Them not play them game there. And I think Jamaican people must look into that Cuban model and learn something from it. You know why them not acceptable to evil Cubans who run out of exile, Dre, and America want them back in a Cuba? You know why? The United States would have used Cuban exiles before, train them, and send them back into Cuba to topple over Fidel Castro government.
Oh.
So look here, Dre. Let me tell you something. Jamaican people need to learn, and they better learn and learn fast too. America would have sent some Cubans out of them country, but did they ever return back to Cuba? No. And Mexico have to take them. Cuba don't want them because Cuba don't have a history with those people because them no say America not only keep them for a while, them turn them in a informer, give them protection. So tell them this, tell them that, make it sweet and dandy. And when them get the information what they want out of it, then wake up one morning and hear so they are no longer protected by the United States government, then they have to leave. So them, these non-nationals won't hear Jamaica about them gonna sign deal. Dre, don't be surprised that some CIA operative come here, you know.
I totally agree.
But they have a funny way of training these people and put them in a people country. They did it to an Iranian prime minister, and remember what happened to the Iranian prime minister? I'll cause that, you know.
Where you say Stalin? That makes
And
20%.
all of a sudden, we can tell we say we find oil. Then Darrell Vaz can tell we say oil in Jamaican shores and the things them. Look here. You see the deals them when we walk around in this country and I walk and sign. It will be the detriment of Jamaican people. Dre, you know what? You ever hear a word, a invasion called the Bay of Pigs?
Yes.
Never heard of it.
Okay, so me go show you what go on, and that's why I tell you say Jamaica no from. I say how much miles them say Jamaica is from Cuba, you know. And we would have seen where the president of America would have done anything in their power to see how them can literally topple over the Cuban government. Mind you, Dre, let me give you some backstory. That's why I'm telling you, say Rubio is a very dangerous individual, and anything that Rubio can talk, you know, better believe him. Rubio would have never stepped foot on a Cuban soil before. I've never take a plane and went there. But Rubio was born in Miami, and the reason when born in Miami, he knocked head with some of the Cuban racists and exiles of Cuba who did have much plantation in Cuba. Some did all have 10. Drink up and smoke up and them control everything. And when Batista get overthrown in Cuba, Fidel Castro nationalized it and took away everything from them, Dre. And they got the opportunity to either stay in Cuba and face punishment, or they run out of Cuba. And those said Cubans run out of Cuba and go camp out in Miami.
I see.
So when you see Rubio coming for Cuba, and you hear him have some sitting attack, I don't believe say Rubio has never stepped foot on Cuban soil, but yet still he must speak. Them have a personal vendetta carrying for countries who don't open them doors to them for them can come plunder it and do it as them have a mind and creep and steal.
Wow.
And Jamaica Lego them door open it wide to them now, the United States. And look at who they behind them, Rubio. Behind them, behind Donald Trump, and who sign deal with people like them there. Anything Rubio tell Jamaica same one, and your Jamaica no provide it and give him. You think say Rubio no want hear a man and say the Cuban government channel assign some farmer deal with him? You think he no want hear that, Dre? But guess what? The Cuban people them too resilient for the United States, and they have been doing this for years, and that's the border of the United States. And who open up doors to people like them there. To come in our country, go and dictate and tell you how to run it. And when they don't know what to talk about, to not accept deportee and that style. When they not accept no deportee and that style. What do you mean by them can seek asylum here? I want to talk so we're not just a transit country. This is why I asked the question, Dre, yesterday. If Jamaica, since you are the transit country, do you know that country that will be those non-national deportees' final destination? And I asked the question, are those countries that will be their final destination prone to war? They can be threatened and harmed? I asked all of those questions, and Dre, I'm so glad yesterday when me talk and me ask and me quote the 1951 Convention Treaty. I am so glad I could have laid down in my bed last night and hear it on TVJ News. And I
Yes.
hear somebody quoting the 1951 convention on TVJ News last night.
True.
And I am glad the individual would have made it clear in that treaty as to what exactly Jamaican people participate in. This is why I say I make no apology to state that Jamaica currently is participating. We face. It is legal. And you hear them pretty tough on a top.
I see him in Tamperty until we see a 25-year collect each 2 weeks, 25. We need to see that memorandum of understanding. And speaking of work, because I hear Roger Marks treated just some bull crap on my ears. Andrea would have liked to go back to our article where Roger Marks come tell the people them last year February when the news report come up and say 90,000, them get to understand, say 90,000 Jamaicans would have been deported back to Jamaica. Roger Marks run up and say, no, nothing not go so. I just want a regular deportee process. And other countries involved in it too. And not only Jamaica, and only 5,000 of them are Jamaican, and that is just half of 1%. It's just a regular thing. So we don't feel alarm, we don't feel make it be a bother. But the worst part about it is how coincidental that 9,000 that was quoted, 90,000 that was quoted last year and Audrey Marks couldn't tell we say a lie, they might tell us just half a percentage of it is Jamaican. How that the number just so close now to you opening your doors to non-nationals? Of 10,000 for coming at the island, something not right. And the fact that she made that statement then in February, and when she made the statement by March, Audrey Marks they are swearing as senator in the parliament. And by the time you look, couple months from that, we hear so she run for ticket in a hardly short seat, we got told member of parliament. And by September 3rd election run and you get seat in a parliament, you want to tell we now say, after Hurricane Blue, it so happened that you get back paymaster after you get back paymaster 10,000 non-national one come here and the US government have funded. What partnership the Jamaican government have with the United States as the institution to process that funding so those deportees can get it? And like how the government have baba weep in terms of housing and accommodation, I want to know. Call now them to answer the question because you can't confine them. That means that we will never see them in our facility. So I could ask you now, where the government plan to put the deportee them? Because you can't put them in the Mandela unit, you know. Can't look at the victim them. So you can't put them in the Mandela unit. So where will I go put them? Andrew Wheatley apartment them. I want to go put them in a NHG housing solutions them which is for the Jamaican people because we want to take out money out of NHG and can't deliver now. Why not try to tell the Jamaican people themselves? I don't think people are idiot and people fool. I mean, here no matter about security, them about supervise and security. Look here, we don't have to can supervise the various parishes them in the country. Much less about about supervise deporting no friend away. I want him to tell the people and practice up on second language. Because when we go past some people by road and we have to go talk to one in English and when you look, we switch it out in Spanish and we have to go switch it out in Portuguese. Where these people come from? Where you getting something from and talk about work? Look here, Dre. The American population has some challenges in terms of skilled worker because as most countries age gap, age number, age range. After a time, these people start to rely solely on this state because them pension, then this and all sort of something. So anyway, take it, them go always need young people to come in the workforce to come give back to them country. Where you gonna see, look Jamaica one third country. Hardly can pay a teacher, doctor, everybody out here. And when you don't know you go talk about your source, then what kind of money so you could offer them in America where you couldn't offer the local people and what we have out here. And we wicked to some Jamaican people, so teacher will placard in a road and want little money. Look at change pan for them little dollar. I don't find it hard to give them on come tell them say any of them give them it topple over the fiscal system. Yes,
the captain Mrs. Escobar Bolo same have a bombshell. Let me hear him bombshell they can't fast. Go ahead, Bolo.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for when I came up the last time. Big up to the panel, big up to the chat. Now, ladies and gentlemen, There's a series of things that has happened in the past that we need to consider. One, Andrew Holness going to the wall. Two, America had this problem when Kamala Harris was there, and there were questions of persons coming into America and whether or not those persons were militia, possibly military militia. And these persons know that they say is coming through the border that are despicable and they want to move away from America. Is it possible that some of these people might be military militia? Unknowingly? Who knows the capabilities of these individuals coming to Jamaica? Really and truly.
I believe they are CIA operatives, just like how they did to Cuba. Them not just come so Dre, that's why I start out with that, and Jamaica better learn because them done up their doors already. These people are coming here to gather information under the pretense that they have a language barrier and they don't understand when. But they do understand. You notice what them say? Non-national. That means they don't know English. Don't be fooled by that. And gathering of information are going in Jamaica.
And listen.
And Craig, wait the Bolo, let me just land because we are jump off.
Yes.
Jamaica reach at a stage where we have to recognize it for what it is. Too much corruption are going. And in this regard, I have to ask one simple question. Since as Audrey Marks sign up for that and she knows if we go use her PR mouth in a meeting to tell what she want and all this and ask that cover. The return of Anthony Anderson and come as CEO of NARA and look clamp down on the donation of 1.8% of its spend until no appoint no CEO. We don't roll it out fully yet to the Jamaican people, but we not accepting non-nationals 10,000 in droves. What did Anthony Anderson finish sign off on when Audrey Marks leave off? Andre, I gone and I have nothing more to say.
I want you guys to think a little bit bigger than CIA agents. Just open your minds to other possibilities of nationals further away from Jamaica. Far, far further away. And I'm just framing it this way, but I got contact from a very, very, very credible source from far, far away in an international country, right? That is in the military. You understand? And that's why I'm asking these questions, ladies and gentlemen. So, take it into consideration. Be prepared for what is to come. Scary times, wars and rumors of wars. Megan.
Thank you, Bolo. Pick up yourself every time.
But I got contact from a very, very, very credible source from far, far away in an international country, right? That is in the military. You understand? And that's why I'm asking these questions, ladies and gentlemen. So, take it into consideration. Be prepared for what is to come. Scary times, wars and rumors of wars. Megan.
Thank you, Bolo. Big up yourself every time. Boy, may I tell you, the callers, them on point. The callers, them on the ball. But this is where we have to leave it for this afternoon. Another very insightful and impactful class. 400 strong, and I want to say thanks to everybody that participate. But just before I go, can anybody please and thanks light up my gift gallery with another 2 more heart me's, please? Anybody have heart me's can send me 2. I needed 4, me get 2 already, me want 2 more. Anybody with 2 heart me can send 1, please? Max Rummy, me not pay no mind, cause the care of me black you come over here like say, you come in like a son dog where me and back there vomit. One of them can just stay up on the outskirts and not to be seen. Thank you, Uncle Snack. Thank you, those who are needed. Thank you, Sold by Dawn. Thank you, God bless. There you go, guys. I appreciate that. God bless Cheek. Sold by Donna. Big up yourself. Thank you, Uncle Snack. Dulcie, Febby. Yes, man. Thank you, guys. I achieve my goal. God bless you guys. It was a what?
Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Collins! What's up, my baby? What's going on, Miss Collins? I see you, baby. Hope all is well with you. You know what I mean? Hey, don't let nothing get you down, Miss Collins. You know what I mean? Stay firm, stay strong, stay pretty, stay beautiful. Hey, make sure y'all smash the like button, man. Jamaica is on fire, right? You know, it's like I said, man, look at the individuals that went into the United States. One of the issues that the United States had, you know, people on the ground, the commentary, the political commentary, when there were people crossing their borders, they were saying, who are these people? You remember when they were coming from Canada? And they were saying, man, it could be military people, it could be militia. These are possibilities, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Mix, what's good? Hey, man. Hey, let me tell you something. We got to be sharp, especially spiritually. We got to pray. Because these are some very, very serious times, my people. I don't want people to take these things very, very lightly. It's nothing to take lightly what's actually going on. You know, I don't see any benefit for the Jamaican people to take on the people. And let me play the video for you guys, that of Marco Rubio, right? It's now been confirmed that it's Marco Rubio. So let me play the video for you guys. Let me play the video for you of what Marco Rubio said about these particular people that they're sending to other countries through the TCN program, right? You listen to this and tell me if this was you and your country, would you be, you know, would you be excited about what he's saying right here? Would you be excited to have these people in your country? Listen to this.
But they are not detainees.
What?
But they are not detainees, and they'll be free to move around.
We are actively searching for other countries to take people from third countries. So we are actively, not just El Salvador, we are working with other countries to say, we want to send you some of the most despicable human beings to your countries. Will you do that as a favor to us? And the further away from America, the better, so they can't come back across the border. I'm not apologetic about it. We are doing that. The president was elected to keep America safe and to get rid of a bunch of perverts and pedophiles and child rapists out of our country.
Let me indicate to all, they are not detainees, so there is no need to, they're not putting in any of the existing correctional center or otherwise. It's accommodation that have been found, and that's part of what has been worked out in the operationalization of the MOU. But they are not detainees.
Genesis
and they'll
1.
Move around.
How you doing, my darling?
They'll be landed by the minister's permission, as the Minister of National Responsible Immigration. But they are not detainees, and they'll be free to move around.
We are actively searching for other countries to take people from third countries. So we are actively, not just El Salvador, we are working with other countries to say, we want to send you some of the most despicable human beings to your countries. Will you do that as a favor to us? And the further away from America, the better, so they can't come back across the border. I'm not apologetic about it. We are doing that. The president was elected to keep America safe and to get rid of a bunch of perverts and pedophiles and child rapists out of our...
Perverts, pedophiles, and child rapists. These are the individuals that he's describing that is supposed to come to these other countries. Here is Jamaica. Not my word, ladies and gentlemen. And he's indeed right. The president, that's his job, to protect the citizens of America. What is the job of Andrew Holness? Isn't it the same as a head of state? I think the Jamaican people should rise up and require the resignation of all of these people in government. Because as far as I'm concerned, they're putting our children's life in danger. Right? Everybody's like the women, the most vulnerable. is very serious. And the unknowns are too great. The unknowns about this whole particular situation is too great. There's no real benefit for us. And we cannot forget the connection with Cuba. A warship, a small warship was in St. Ann yesterday. I don't know if it's gone. I saw the video on TikTok. Took it down. Oh, as a matter of fact, let me show you guys.
What can go so out? Whoa, yeah. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. What?
So it's a small one, yeah? But as you can see on this, you can see 2 helicopters on this warship. See that? 2 helicopters. You know these ones are built for speed. Jamaica, when you look at Revelation and you look at prophecy, these are the times we're living in, you know. I don't know, Miss Genesis. I don't know what type of money they, you know. They said they are not getting any financial benefit. It's just a favor to the government of the United States. That's what they said. That's what they said. You know what I mean? So it's like, why? Why? Make that make sense. Why would you? No benefit? Anyway, let me see what's going on in the news, man. Let's see what's going on in the news. There has been an uptick in violence in Jamaica, ladies and gentlemen. I've seen a lot of children in conflict, and it's very graphic, and I don't play them, but I'll just say that it's very concerning, and it ties into the prophecy and the warnings and the revelations from the Pastor Peter Chambers, the Apostle Jeffrey Shuttleworth, Apostle Peter Chambers, Mark Stewart, Dr. Bishop Mark Stewart. It ties into those prophetic words that they have shared, right? 2 Jamaican farm workers unalived in Ontario crash. Oh my God, that's Canada. Yesterday, my wonderful supporter, it's bigger than that, mommy. My wonderful supporter, Sassidi, was in the building, and she called, and I'm telling you, she was visibly upset. Well, not visibly, you could hear it in her voice. She was crying at one point. And people are very deeply affected by what this government of Jamaica is doing. You understand? St. Catherine man arrested after nephew unalived in alleged World Cup. Listen, World Cup. Listen, I told people, you know, you see, this World Cup is a distraction. And you remember the pastor said people shouldn't watch World Cup. Sound away. And usually when God give a revelation, sometimes it's sound away. And now I say him get a revelation or not, but look at this story. St. Catherine man arrested after nephew unalived in alleged World Cup argument. So you unalived your nephew because of an argument over World Cup. Man, none of my uncles would never, bro. None of my uncles would never. The PMP draws sharp line on security versus migration deal. Oh yeah, that's what Mr. Golding said, yes. Trump nominee pledge hardline on scamming drugs and Beijing in Jamaica posting. So, you guys see the agenda? Whether you like the Chinese or not, whatever side you're on, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. This is the real crux of the matter with the United States. They don't want China to have the influence and foothold that they have in Jamaica. But can you blame them? Given the current shift in the world economy, you know, the new currency and that is being built, the BRICS, or the BRICS organization, all the countries that have aligned themselves. Can you blame them? Because they consider Jamaica their backyard, you know. I find that very disrespectful. I find that very disrespectful, honestly. I really do. Friends, my friends in America, I find it disrespectful that the America would consider, the government of America would consider Jamaica their backyard. I mean, a country of that size would need a bigger backyard. Jamaica could not be their backyard. Further to the other end of America, going to the other side of the world, yes, where they meet, that would be their backyard. Florida is the front yard, and we are miles away from the front yard. That whole line there is the front yard. Anybody backyard in our Cuba, and Haiti and then place there. Our neighbors, very close. Just not, you know, very, very close. Although they're smaller. But here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Something to watch. She came out very strong. Hardline and scamming. Hey, all I scammer them. Hey, you see money want to make already? Make something of it there. Yeah, man, make something of it, man. Cease and desist. Believe you me. The drugs, I wouldn't mind them clap down for every drug. Every drug where I mash up Jamaica. All of the drugs them where I mash up Jamaica, clap down on that. I don't mind. Because the drug and the gun straight thing I get out of hand in Jamaica. What them say is a transshipment hub. China, well, them are going to do what they do. Taken together, the reopening of Charbridge, the Auditor General findings. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I found something, ladies and gentlemen. I found something. Let's read. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, hey, Miss Collins. No sound. What do you mean no sound? What? Oh my, that's why everybody gone. Yo. No, but I wonder how everybody I drop off, so you know. Nobody now hear me. That's why I need Miss Collins, you know. Miss Collins tell me, man, but I didn't see comment section. No, but usually my microphone don't give no problem, man. And then everything gone. The visual gone. Oh my God. Activate. One move cause all of that, you know. You know, like how them wires are so easy for them too easy for you. Can you hear me? Oh, shit. Yo. My check. I'm live on multiple streams, guys. They can't hear me on the other stream. Yo. Oh my God. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Can you hear me now? Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Damn, man. I was going in too. I have it recorded on my other page though. It's okay. My computer. I thought you guys were hearing me the whole time. Thank you, Miss Collins. You're on mute. When did I go on mute, Miss Collins? What was the last thing you heard me say? What was the last thing you heard me say, Miss Collins? Yeah, Miss Genesis must be wondering. I'm talking to Miss Collins on what station? On what channel? Well, I'm over by Bolo TVV. I've been live over there first, and then I went live on the other stuff. You guys hearing me now? Alright, I just saw a story a while ago. I'm sure you guys are hearing me now. Right? I just saw a story a while ago, guys. That sparked my interest. So let's look into this story, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, let's look into this story. So it says here that Troy Bridge to Nara accountability. Let's read.
Home. Comment. Editorial Troy Bridge to Nara accountability. Updated 6 hours ago, 3-minute read. Taken together. The reopening of the Troy Bridge, the Auditor General's findings on the National Water Commission, NWC, and the intense debate surrounding Nara tell a remarkably consistent story about Jamaica's public sector. It is a story of a state that has become very weak at implementation and execution. On paper, Jamaica has built what appears to be a first-class compliance and regulatory architecture, but the delivery mechanism is lagging very badly. In fact, the problem runs much deeper when we recall that many of the recommendations flowing from the findings of the various agencies are often ignored. In a new and somewhat troubling development, public servants are now challenging the findings of regulatory and compliance agencies in court to block information. The reconstruction of the Troy Bridge took almost 5 years after the original bridge collapsed during Tropical Storm Grace in 2021. The bridge itself cost approximately 230 million Jamaican dollars and was eventually completed and opened in June 2026. Public discussion. What made the Troy Bridge significant was not simply the project itself, but the public discussion surrounding it, led by the Prime Minister. Officials openly acknowledged that the delays were caused by the multiple stages required for feasibility studies, environmental reviews, public investment assessments, procurement approvals, contracting processes, and compliance procedures. The Prime Minister himself used Troy Bridge as an example of how difficult it is for the Jamaican state to move infrastructure projects from concept to execution. The Troy Bridge exposed what might be called Jamaica's implementation deficit, which is linked to widespread gaps in capabilities, project management skills, technical skills, financial resources, and trust. The low level of trust has led to more layers of bureaucracy to minimize corruption. The issue goes way beyond procurement, the usual bogeyman. The important lesson from the Troy Bridge debacle is that, as a country we can build, but we cannot do so quickly. The Auditor General's recent work on NWC points to a different, but related issue. The focus is not project delivery, but operational effectiveness. The audit examined the effectiveness of managing capital projects and the ability of the NWC to fulfill its mandate of delivering water and wastewater services. Similar patterns. Over many years, Auditor General reports on public entities have repeatedly revealed similar patterns. Weak project management, cost overruns, procurement deficiencies, delayed implementation, poor asset management, weak monitoring systems. One key missing element all around is accountability for results from leaders and top managers. It is striking to note that the NWC, like most of Jamaica's public sector agencies, generally has the full complement of professionals, qualified engineers, accountants, and managers. The challenge is that institutions often reward procedural compliance more than performance outcomes. It is vital that the country moves from a focus on following procedures to ensuring that the citizens receive the intended benefit. The NWC audit points to weak operational management capabilities and a seeming lack of accountability. The result is less potable water for the population. The NARA debate has shown that there is clear recognition of the problem of lack of capabilities in key areas of the state. In his speech at the opening of the Troy Bridge, the Prime Minister alluded to the issues and suggested that NARA will go a long way in addressing them. Supporters argue that NARA is necessary because existing institutions cannot deliver reconstruction and major projects quickly enough after disasters. They see excessive bureaucracy, fragmented authority, and slow procurement as structural obstacles to recovery. NARA is therefore designed as a specialized implementation authority and single point of coordination intended to accelerate delivery.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Delivery. Critics, however, fear that speed could come at the expense of accountability. They worry about concentration of power, reduced oversight, and potential weakening of established governance safeguards. Both sides are describing different aspects of the same problem. One side says Jamaica has too much control and not enough execution. The other says Jamaica already struggles with accountability and should not weaken controls. Both concerns are legitimate. The fact that NARA has generated such controversy suggests the deeper institutional dilemma. How does Jamaica build a state that is both accountable and effective? That is the central public management question of modern Jamaica. The Troy Bridge story, the NWC audit, and the NARA debate all point to the same conclusion. Jamaica's next great institutional reform is public sector delivery reform. The country's central public sector challenge is no longer about how to collect revenues and control expenditure. It is about how to convert plans, budgets, and policies into measurable outcomes for citizens. In that sense, Troy Bridge, the NWC audit, and NARA are not separate stories. They are elements of the same national conversation, how Jamaica moves from being a country that reduces its debt and stabilizes its economy to a country that implements, delivers well, with accountability. The many weaknesses and capabilities identified by the Auditor General tell us there is a far way to go.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's a great article. That's a great article, I have to admit. It outlines both arguments, right? Outlines the argument of the pros and the cons regarding NARA. I'm on the cons. I'm all about effectiveness, but you also, you have to be accountable as well. So there have to be safeguards. Yeah? And, one of the things, the biggest elephant in the room is having government officials that you can trust. And in Jamaica, therein lies the problem. We have government officials that have a nasty track record of not being able to trust them. So we can't just gloss over those issues and move on with NARA. NARA's concerns lie, the core of it lies with the one individual that is at the head of it, Andrew Holness. And furthermore, the other individuals that are a part of the Jamaica Labour Party. The fact that they stand behind Andrew, giving, the cloud of doubt and corruption hanging over him, we can't trust them either. So we're in a quagmire, if you may, at this juncture in the country. I believe it can do both, because I've seen the People's National Party do it over the years with a Mama P, with a PJ Patterson. On one end, Mama P was cleaning up the economy while still building and being accountable for same. I think satisfying real-time audits should be a massive priority. And what it means is that persons have to respect the process. I don't think that this government respect the process. That's why they want to throw the baby out with the bathwater, so to speak, ladies and gentlemen. Right? Yeah. Well, let me know what you think about that. Let me see what else is going on here in this space at this juncture in time. See if there has been any statements by the People's National Party. There's one new. What is this? Oh, this is beyond the headlines. 10 minutes. Oh, so he's talking about the Integrity Commission report. Okay. All right. Hey, man, we're gonna add that into it. Accountability, right? So let me add Mr.
From yesterday, opposition leader Mark Golding had said that Dr. Andrew Wheatley needed to step down from the cabinet. It's now the following day. Unless I missed it, we haven't had a statement from the government on this issue. Is that problematic?
Well, to be honest, I thought there would have been an announcement yesterday evening. The content of the report would have been known to Mr. Wheatley before, because he had an extensive statement which came out just after it was tabled. I believe the Prime Minister would have had an opportunity to reflect, and I don't think it would really take that long to understand that his position is really untenable. These are very serious charges. In fact, I'm trying to remember whether any cabinet minister, member of parliament has ever been charged for illicit enrichment in the past. So they're very serious allegations, and you can't have someone operating at the level of a cabinet with those charges hanging over their head.
True.
The right thing to do is to step aside. He has a right to defend himself, and he has indicated that he will do so. But certainly in the interim, he cannot continue to hold the position.
He has, as you mentioned, issued a statement. He spoke in Parliament yesterday as well. He said the allegations against him are, quote, patently false, misleading, and inaccurate, and says the Integrity Commission ignored the evidence of his rental income and commercial loans in coming to the conclusion. Should that might not be argued that could give him some room to say, in fact, innocent until proven guilty? Let me work through this.
No, I don't think so. If you look at the chronology of the events in the report going back to 2021 up to 2026, there were numerous opportunities provided to MP Wheatley to provide clarity, to provide documentation, to support the monies that were in his accounts. And really, what is more disturbing to me is that when you read the report and you see some of the responses that he provided, for example, when he was asked about the sale of his medical practice, the person who he said it was sold to, when the IC did its own investigation, that person had left the country 3 years before, either deported or extradited. When he was asked about verification of rental income, and he initially refused to provide the names of the persons who were involved. When he was asked about an investment scheme, he couldn't provide any evidence. So this is not a case where he hasn't had an opportunity to answer. In fact, it's been a very long and detailed investigation, and he has had opportunities to clarify. Now, as I said, he still has a right, and he has indicated his right to challenge. But given the weight of what has been said in the report, he cannot remain as a cabinet minister and have this over his head.
He says as well, there's no allegations that he benefited from public funds. Does that make a difference?
No, it doesn't at all. I don't think that turns anything. There wasn't a finding there, but he still hasn't been able to explain how he came into having funds, even in his private business. He hasn't been able to explain that. So it is inconclusive, quite frankly, even though the report hasn't said it, because we don't know. He hasn't been able to indicate definitively where the money came from, and none of us know. So that would not be a strong defense. That would change, in my view, the need for him to step aside while the completion of the process takes place.
You said he had every opportunity to provide explanations. His attorney, Abe Dabdoub, seems to disagree. Mr. Dabdoub, speaking to Nationwide, asserted that Dr. Wheatley didn't get a fair hearing and said he's going to be inviting the DPP, Director of Public Prosecutions. He said not to intervene, but to indicate to the Director of Corruption Prosecutions at the Integrity Commission that before charges are laid, she should ensure that he gets a fair hearing. It should be ensured that he gets a fair hearing. First of all, your comment on the assertion by Mr. Dabdub that Dr. Wheatley did not get a fair hearing. Is that something you're taking a position on?
I can. I mean, if I look at the chronology provided by the Integrity Commission, there seem to have been numerous invitations for Dr. Wheatley and his counsel to come in, to meet with them, to provide documentation. And that seems that there's a pattern going over a 5-year period. Now, if his lawyer is saying what is reported in the document is not true, that's a different matter. But I expect a defense lawyer to make a statement on behalf of his client and to put up the best possible defense. But in my view, that's not a factor that should in any way, change a decision about whether he remains in the cabinet or not. I mean, a defense lawyer is doing what his client has engaged him to do, which is to defend him in the best possible way.
The Director of Public Prosecutions, as I know you know, as per the Constitution, can step into any prosecution and take over, discontinue, or take any other action he or she sees fit. In this particular case, would you think it problematic, notwithstanding that she would have the power to do so, would you think it problematic if in fact she does get involved in this matter?
I think it would be. The persons who hold the position of Director of Corruption Prosecution, certainly in the past, and I'm not familiar with the incumbent, but there are persons who, in fact, the previous one worked, I think the previous two worked in the DPP's office, and I think they would have enough experience to know, that if they're moving ahead with a prosecution, it must meet a threshold. The Integrity Commission also has commissioners, experienced retired judges. So, they're very experienced persons whom, could be relied on to give guidance in a particular matter. This is not something that anybody could say was rushed. They obviously took time to deliberate. It's a 5-year process based on the chronology. And having spent that length of time, having been patient, having waited on answers, they've come to that conclusion. So I have to trust their judgment that they have done their own internal due diligence and believe that what is before them is an offense that can be successfully prosecuted. So yes, it would be problematic in my view if the DPP intervened to either alter or recommend that those charges not go ahead.
What needs to happen now as far as you're concerned?
Well, I believe Mr. Wheatley either has the option of resigning or the Prime Minister should terminate him. There are questions which arise. Mr. Wheatley was basically forced out of his position as a cabinet minister in 2018. He stayed out of the cabinet for 7 years. Now, when the JLP won the election, he was reappointed. Did he indicate to the Prime Minister that he was the subject of an investigation by the Integrity Commission? And one aspect of that related to illicit enrichment. Did the Prime Minister answer that question? I mean, it seems odd that, 8 months after an election, or 9 months after an election, having been out of the cabinet for 7 years, you are brought back in and you become the first cabinet minister that is now recommended for prosecution for illicit enrichment. Was this known to the Prime Minister? And if it was known to the Prime Minister, why would he appoint somebody knowing that this was a matter that could get to this point? If it was known, but we don't know. But I believe that's a question that needs to be answered. Because it was certainly known to Dr. Wheatley that he was under investigation for illicit enrichment from 2024 at least.
How do you respond to criticism that the opposition? He needs some milk.
I don't think we are the only grouping. I saw JFJ also speak on this matter, and I hope that other civil society groups, members of the private sector, and other interest groups speak on this matter. The issue of corruption has always ranked very highly as an issue in the country. If you get to a stage where our premier investigative commission has determined that somebody should be charged, that's not something to take lightly at all. On our side, the opposition leader reiterated today that, he checked after the election whether any members, MPs or senators were the subject of any investigation for illicit enrichment.
Listening there to the opposition spokesperson on finance, Julian Robinson, he was speaking with me a little earlier this afternoon. All right, let's take the break a little bit.
I mean, I don't have to say much, Mr. Robinson definitely put all the arguments in play where that situation is concerned. So, you know, when you connect NARA and you connect accountability and you look at the Prime Minister, NARA is already passed. How is NARA going to be viewed now? Look how long Andrew Holness has taken to make a decision where Andrew Wheatley is concerned. This is another opportunity for him to say, or not say, but show the people of Jamaica how much of a hard stance he takes. This is not a situation where the person didn't file their statutory declaration in time, you know. This is a situation where they had multiple. Again, I put out the videos on my platform on Bolo VNR 2.0 and Bolo VNR clips. The chronological order, ladies and gentlemen, of the investigation shows that Mr. Wheatley had gotten invites to come and see the Integrity Commission, and several times he didn't see them until the point when they actually saw each other now. After what I would call some rigmarole, he committed to a date, then couldn't get, saying can't come. His lawyer committed to dates. They said, listen, we need more information, we can't come. They need more information again, they can't come. They need more information. There was a lot of that. But on the in 2024, early 2024, if I'm not mistaken, around January or so, I think it was January 29. He knew that he was under investigation for illicit enrichment. What are you doing, Donovan? He knew. So from that time, he was already out of the Jamaica Labour Party in some capacity because he was removed, right? You're telling me, given Andrew Holness' statutory declaration situation and the cause for his resignation, you're telling me that he did not mention to Andrew Holness that he was under investigation and he went into an election. You remember when the PNP was saying, we don't even know who is under investigation that you guys are voting for, but you guys blindly voted for them still, all of you that voted for them, and the ones that took money and didn't vote for the PNP and took money to stay home and took money to vote for the JLP when you supported the PNP. You have all put the country in a position of absolute disgrace. You all should be ashamed of yourselves, especially from that constituency. Yes, because it's not what's up. It's not like we weren't aware that there was 8 people that was under investigation and there was a gag order. That alone should have disqualified them from coming in front of you to seek your vote. But no, you guys didn't listen. Didn't listen. All right, cool. Hey, carry on. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, man. People, I am going to jump off now. I'll be back in a couple hours. Yes. God bless you all. All right. Have yourselves a wonderful evening. All right. I think I'll be going live on Bolo VNR 2.0 this time. Yes. Have yourselves a wonderful evening. Thank you guys for coming. Peace and blessings. I'm out. Later, guys. Bye, Miss Genesis. It's all about the paper.